Okay, so you can take a seat or lie down, closing the eyes, opening the palms, and just taking a few deep breaths. And then resting the awareness to the breath. Seeing if you can sense a flow of energy from the base of your spine upwards. Because at all times there is actually energy moving, energy in motion, energy moving through us. And the way that energy moves through people is through emotions. Emotions are literally energy in motion. And oftentimes we are not allowing the motion that we are not allowing life to impact us, life to move us. And the moment that you start to say yes to letting energy flow, to not have to contract, but to stay in this soft, expanded space, relaxing into your body as life is moving, whatever it's moving in you, you start to wake up to the bigger movement of life. So it's almost like the key to our divine nature, the key to our essence, to our source, is actually our human emotions, the very thing that we have been bottling up. So today, let's unbottle, unclog the bottle, unbottle up the emotions, and just almost feeling like from your crown there is this plug lifted off very gently. And you're starting to sense that you are connected to some sort of an energetic vacuum. And just relax your body and allow all the survival, all the heightened emotionality, all that's painful, all that feels dark, just allowing it to move through your spine upwards out of your crown into this vacuum. Because in every moment, life happening and life moving around and life impacting you is actually this vacuum wanting to lift off what you no longer need, lift off what you're here to complete, what you're here to free. And I feel that we are here to liberate ourselves from many limited notions. And the first notion is that there would be anything wrong with feeling or that feeling is a weakness. Actually, letting life flow is a strength. The second notion that feeling differently is the answer, that's another limitation and superimposed idea that doesn't serve us, because actually the very thing that you're feeling is the very thing that you're meant to feel, and there is no better feeling than the one that you are feeling. And this is because life is impacting you to allow all of these energies to dissolve, to integrate, to complete. And so where our world's been busy trying to address that, I need to feel different, and then everything will be okay. I don't think that's accurate either. I feel like we are actually uncovering a source that isn't correlated to anything, and we are allowing life to actually do what it's doing, impact us the way it's impacting us. And we're starting to see that something greater is unfolding, that every human being that is aware can start to notice that everything from the past, everything that was never addressed, is sort of just flowing up and out in the now. And so there is no wrong feeling, and there is no better feeling than the one that you're feeling. And when you can allow it and you can actually feel it, you can start to sense yourself beyond it. If you keep on being busy with, I feel fearful, but I should feel joyful, I feel angry, but I should feel peaceful. So you are not in alignment with what actually is happening. And I really feel that what actually is happening inside you is always the answer. It's never the problem. So that's another assumption that I feel is in the way. So we can let that lift off as everything is coming up. So there is no problem, there is nothing to overcome, there is only ever what to experience. And in your experiencing, you're dissolving it. Now, even though life is impacting you and your surroundings might be the entry point to what we call the trigger, or however you want to name it, I also want to dispel the illusion that actually it has anything to do with anything. I would love for you to be empowered to just feel that life is flowing and to just feel that energy is flowing and to feel yourself as this movement of energy and seeing that we don't have to connect energies to stories. We don't have to connect energies to what happened. And then we stay in the layer of what happened and trying to figure out what happened and trying to avoid life from happening. But the moment that you start to see that, hey, I have a whole vibrational map inside me that I'm here to just liberate. Can I now just get on with allowing that? Can I start to notice that life is actually loving me into liberating everything and realizing that I'm love? Because the moment you can start to allow this vacuum above your crown to just pull up and out everything. And it's not like a pulling, a cruel, brutal pulling. It's just like a gentle, it's almost like a beam of light that you're connected to, that your crown is connected to. And on the one hand, that beam of light wants to radiate energy inside you, wants to stream energy inside your form. And it needs to take up and out whatever you held in place that doesn't need to be there. And then slowly the body that you are, the form that you are, is shifting into its formless, infinite, luminous golden potential. And so all of these assumptions get in the way of the simplicity of what is actually happening and what actually wants to happen. Seeing if you can allow yourself to feel into that, or even to sense this movement, this upwards flow. If you can start to sense that everything you are feeling is actually integrating. And many things, many people love talking about the mind, and your mind creates your reality and your suffering is only happening because of the mind. And in some ways that's definitely true, because the narratives that we place on it, the self-inflicted loops, of course, are the ones that make this so much harder than it needs to be. However, they are in place. And so also that isn't a limitation. You can accept that there is mind. And then you can see that anything that comes from the mind is per definition a fragmentation, and we don't need to take it serious. So there's that. But I also strongly feel that it's not just how we see reality. It is also that we are in a window of time where we are vibrationally, energetically rotating, which means that the feeling beings that we are meant to be feeling everything that is in the consciousness, in the vessel, in the being. And in doing that, I can tell you that everything starts to shift. That you start to feel safe in yourself, that you start to be able to be the feeling being that you are, and in that the God within you wakes up. In that there is a potential, if you can be willing to just feel what you feel, and to not make such a big deal out of it, to just move through the energy and to see, yes, I'm full of rage, yes, I'm full of sadness, yes, I'm full of fear, yes, maybe I'm full of self-loathing, I'm full of all of these things that I try to be better than. Okay, great. Established. We all have our portion of whatever that is. Now, can we relax into it? Now, can we let the loving essence of life that is moving around to make us aware of these things, can we let it do what it wants to do? It wants to free us. Life wants to complete. Life wants to find harmony, and it's all happening because life is energy. It's all happening at the level of energy, of frequency, of vibration. And there is no such thing as trying to be better than what you perceive to be low vibrational. There is only ever infinite vibration, and that infinite vibration is trying to find a way into your awareness. And so no matter what is coming up, start to see that it is carried by infinite vibration. It has infinity within it. Everything has infinity within it. So there is nothing excluded from light, nothing excluded from love, nothing excluded from truth. And this is where it gets really beautiful, because if you then start to, instead of scratch and take away and try to be something else, just include everything, it's almost like there's the potential for a single second to give you the experience of all that you are. Boom. Boom. And all of a sudden you feel expanded, you feel stoned, you can see light, you can feel love, and you're aware of the totality of what you held, you're aware of the totality of what you denied, and you're starting to recognize that the only thing you have to do is soften into yourself, to let life do what it's doing. Life is making space for truth. So just keep breathing and relaxing and starting to see that every time you hop on this link, there is a acceleration of what life is trying to do, which is liberate everything you held within you. So allowing for this acceleration, allowing every moment that we are sitting together to be a moment where you start to feel safe in the experience of everything. Letting all of the fear come up and move through you. It is merely an energy in motion, and you will always be okay. You are always held by life. You're always hugged by life. You're always loved in the midst of life. I promise you. Ooh, and then allowing all of the heat, all of the anger, all of the rage, or maybe even this nauseating feeling, allowing that to move through you. Being ready to step into a life that reflects your potential means saying yes to the life that is now, as it is now, because that is the liberating force. Alignment is the liberating force. It's not changing, it's not understanding that does it. It's aligning and opening your heart to the experience of it. So just keep breathing and relaxing, and then also welcoming any sadness, and allowing every bit of physical discomfort that you may feel to be there, relaxing into that, softening into that. So really leaning into that, like what if your life from this moment on isn't about the things that you're busy with, isn't about the partner, the spouse, the relationship, isn't about the money, about the attainment, about the success, about the fame, isn't about the traveling or everything that you think you want to do to feel better. What if your life in this moment, from this moment, is just about, wow, creation, give me the safety, give me the calm, give me the space and the energy to meet everything within myself, to hold myself in tenderness, to hold myself in love, to hold myself in peace, to hold myself in truth, until there's nothing left in my expression but the beauty that is my source. Because as much as this vacuum above your crown is pulling everything up and out, what is staying is this space that you are, this presence that you are. And that presence can then from the inside be revealed as light, or from this same place in the crown, golden light can start to flow into your form and shift and rotate everything. Starting to notice that this very thing is the beginning of really starting to find out what humanity can do, starting to find out what this technology that our body is can do, starting to figure out what our brain can do, what we have access to, allowing the perception to enhance. There are worlds and worlds to discover beyond what you think is your limitation, beyond what you think you need to have in life. You are life itself. So the shift is really interesting, because then all of a sudden it's not about what can I get out of life, but how deeply can I connect with the life that I am. Just feeling into that version as everything is moving through you. It's not about what I can get out of life, but how deeply can I connect with the life that I am, with the aliveness that I am, with the love that I am. Because when all these great beings say that humans are love, that the source is love, the source really is love. And you don't have to believe anybody that says it. But if you are receptive to all of your human experience and you hold it in isness, which is holding it in love, you at some point will start to experience that this is actually the case. And I have the feeling that we are ready to experience that this is actually the case. So putting your attention and your focus instead of outward, inward. Wow, what is there? Wow, can I feel it? Can I let it flow through me? Can I now humbly and lovingly ask for the experience of the love that I am? Can I now humbly and lovingly ask for the experience of the emanation of light that I am? I love living life like this. Also because I don't really feel like we can miss what is meant for us out there in the world. I don't really buy into this manifestation scenario, except that we can bring forth this essential self. And we do so by yielding to life and by loving ourselves. And of course, we will always step into a more loving version of what it means to live, make more loving choices. It's not like it doesn't affect how we stand in the world. However, you cannot miss what is meant for you. You are in an unfolding, and waking up isn't going to make you stop meeting what you are destined to meet. It is just going to shift how you meet it. And so many people have been trying to tap into spirituality and self-help to create something in the world of form and phenomenon that they believe they should have or should be. If that is what you're looking for, then this is not so much the place. This is the place where we profoundly surrender to the unfolding of life and allow the greatest, most beautiful essence to emerge in the midst of it and live from there. And I can tell you that it's amazing. I can tell you that the same life you had feels like you won the jackpot. The same things that used to annoy you feel like you won the jackpot. Why? Because you're connected to aliveness, to beauty, to magic, because you are. You're magical, you are magical, you are beautiful. So life does know what it's doing. Maybe today is the day that we'll get on board. No longer what can I get out of life, but how much can I be in connection with the life that I am. Sick or healthy, rich or poor, with a partner or by yourself? How much can I be the life that I am? Because the part in you that is trying to create something in this world externally is also the part that will never have enough, will never be satisfied, it will never be satiated. However, your essence, your being, abides in infinite satisfaction, infinite fullness. Nothing can be added to that part of you. So I really feel like it's a part worthwhile uncovering. And so today, start to recognize that there is this vacuum above your crown that is pulling lovingly everything up and out, and that everything in life is in it. Creation knows exactly what ingredients it needs to give you in order for you to get in touch with everything within yourself. And I think that's pretty magical, that something like this exists. And that actually all along, the workshop is the life you actually have. The answer is actually the moment that you're living. The meditation is happening all day long. But we've been so in the denial of what's right in front of our eyes that we've spent so much money trying to create something better. But what if the highest is already here and we just weren't able to see it? Allowing your whole body to shift, starting to feel energy and movement open up, pouring out of your skin, enveloping a cocoon around you, because your body is not happening. Your being is not happening in your body is happening in your being. Mind is happening in being. Emotions are happening in being, and letting that being expand, infinitely expand, for it can, for it is, everywhere. Feeling that in your home, allowing it to expand in your neighborhood, into your city, your village, your country, continent, in the globe. And then as you are floating above this globe, allowing all the worries to fall off, allowing all the stress and the overwhelm to lift off. Allowing yourself to experience the freedom that you already are now. The truth that has never left you. And taking a breath. And on the exhale, start moving down through the layers of the earth. Spotting your continent, your country, your city, village, street, neighborhood, your house, your room, your body, and letting all of that energy move through your crown, into the pelvis, through the pelvis, into the earth, all the way down into the earth. Anchoring yourself here. Starting to recognize that by you allowing all that you are opening up to a way of being and a version of life beyond imagination. And as you land on this earth, you start to ask for a life from the inside out. No longer having life be about what you can get out of life, but how deeply you can connect to the aliveness that you are. You can open your eyes, keeping the gaze soft, and slowly bringing the awareness all the way back. Thank you.